Breaking news everyone, the William travel situation is getting worse, and today we hear from the Onward and other people how bad it is.
William Travel operates 7 bus services inside Croydon. It used to be 8 bus services, but their 409 was lost to King Juice Company last week. 2 of their routes, 404 and 458, are getting lost to King Juice Company as well. The reason why is because William Travel has been going through some financial difficulties that took a toll on the company.
So Mr. Foster, what do you think about the William travel situation?
To be honest, I'm not really surprised, Mr. West. I've known William since we were kids. He's never been good with money, let alone run a company. My brother frequently uses William's 404 service, and he tells me all the time that the buses on the route often break down, and drivers are left clueless what to do. Speaking of those drivers, William fails to pay them a decent wage. They're overworked all to receive little money. In summary of all of that, William is clearly not responsible enough to run a company, and that's all I have to say.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Foster. Now we shall hear from other people about this situation, and then eventually William himself. So Atlantis, what do you think about the William travel situation?
Want my opinion? Well, I hate it. Simply, William doesn't pay us enough. When we bring up concerns, especially about the maintenance of the buses, he ignores it. When he gets scammed out of the company's money, we suffer for it by not getting paid. We drivers have bills and families. How are we supposed to feed our families and pay our bills? With what? Pure nothing and even more broken promises. I may be wealthy enough to survive, but my concern is some of the other drivers aren't in that position of having loads of money. Furthermore, William neglecting the maintenance of the very buses we drive is just embarrassing, and he is making the company look bad. And not to mention William is always begging Giovanni for money, which I find absolutely ridiculous. And then after he loses the money in another scam. What a idiot sandwich, honestly. Thank God Giovanni is paying all of us drivers.
That sounds rough, Atlantis. I'm sorry for you and your fellow drivers' struggles, and thank you for your time today. So, King Jibs, what do you think about this situation, and is your network working to help the William travel drivers?
Honestly, Mr. West, I'm not too sure how to feel about this situation. Every issue he's had with his company, I've tried my best to help him. Because, well, he's my good friend. But honestly, I feel very disappointed in William because he's not treating his company like it's a priority. He's treating it like it's a side hustle that he can just come back to whenever he feels like it. Plus, I've received multiple complaints from his drivers how unsafe and under-maintained his buses are. It's just disappointing. And to answer your question, Mr. West, me and my network are helping the drivers that are affected by William's mismanagement of his company. And now I'm going to have to take a portion of his buses back to the garage to fix them because of his immaturity. And for the drivers, I'll make sure they receive their full payments. And I'll hire them into King Jib's company. So that way they will not be jobless. Thanks for your time, Mr. West.
Anytime, King Jibs, thank you for your time as well. Now we shall hear from a resident, and then William himself. So Mr. Bayless, what is your view on the current issues that William Travel is facing?
I think that they should care more about the maintenance of their buses. My grandmother couldn't use the wheelchair ramp because it was snapped off, and the bus left her behind. And I'm a local of their former 409 that apparently passed operations to King Jib's company, and they are operating the 409 very well. To be honest, my experience with William Travel wasn't great either. When I was riding their 458 service, I was sitting down texting on my phone, and then the seat I was on just collapsed.
The seat collapsed. Oh my god, I'm super sorry about that, Mr. Bayless. Wow, this just says something about William Travel's company practices, let alone frequent maintenance. Next is William, but I gotta call him. Well, you hear it here. people. The owner of William Travel couldn't be bothered to answer his phone. Absolutely terrible.
If something isn't done about this situation soon, William Travel could go out of business.